Hello, RGV Edison. So today we're here with, can you introduce yourself?
Irving Camacho.
All right, so Irving, what did you bring today?
I brought Dandy Dragons.
All right, and what was your record today?
I went undefeated.
First place.
First place.
All right, how did you perform with this deck? How did you like it?
It actually went really well. It performed way better than I thought it was. I'm used to playing Disaster Dragons, and I like the control aspect of it, but what this deck does that the other one doesn't do, it's more aggro.
Yeah.
And it's semi-control, aggressive, so I like the mix of it.
Gotcha. All right, well, we can continue with the deck profile. Let's see what it is.
So 3 red MDs.
Yep.
No, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
3 blue eyes.
Yeah, but it's the old format.
3 debris.
No, I just collect.
3 white stones. That's for the dragon part, or why not? So it's lone fires.
Yep.
2 dandies. 2 quick draws. 2 wyverns. 1 Drago. Gores and titanium for the monsters. Spells. Triple trade-in.
Yep.
Triple card of consonants.
Your draw spells.
Heavy storm, MST, and lightning vortex.
Yep.
For removal.
Sorry about that.
Pot of Vaporize, Future Fusion, Mind Control, Instant Fusion, Brain Control,
Yeah.
and then just 3 traps, Tori, Mirror Force, and Solemn Judgment.
Gotcha. So with this deck, can you kind of talk about what the deck is supposed to do for people that aren't really familiar with like dragons or Quickdraw or anything like that?
So it's practically the same thing as the Disaster Dragons, where it's you want to spam or build up your hand and your grave to be able to just pop up with a Darkness Metal Dragon, summon blue eyes and just go off. And then the quick draw plant part of it is more of the control part. So you can just practically go to Titanium, Dandy, quick draw to do the regular Dandy warrior plays, start building your hand, and then just start recycling everything, so you can just go debris to white stone, summon red MD, and then just pop off like that, or synchro. There's many plays that you can do with this deck, and you start off controlling and then just pop off with your dragon portion of this.
So I know that you play 1 Pot of Avarice. Was there a specific reason why you chose only 1 when that's a pretty good card while you have so many monsters?
I liked it. Honestly, the deck is pretty tight if you want to keep it to a minimum of 40 card. Could have gone 41, play the second one. And I've seen some lists that don't even play it, but I liked it because you go through everything really quick, right? You go through your dandies, through your lone fire, your quick draws. So, oddly enough, my whole matches this tournament, I never drew it once, never played it once.
Yeah, I noticed
that. Yeah, that was, still don't know how that would have played out, but it's a good tech choice to have in. Because, I mean, like I said, you just go through your grave like crazy. It would be nice to have a second one, but, it's a little bit too tight. Maybe switch out for the instant fusion. The instant fusion, I like it because of the same reason that you can. I'll show off my extra deck in a minute.
Yeah.
Because you can go into Dark Fried Dragon to sack out for a red MD and then just pop off, or you can also use it to go into level 5 plays right here, and it gives you more options to go into.
Yeah, it's an extender for you.
Yeah, an extender.
When you have a lot of opportunities to brick, especially when you draw like double blue eyes, double red MD, and then nothing to like convert off of that.
Correct. So that's an extra option, but I mean either one of these two can intertwine. So I think I used this one once, but like I said, it still needs more testing to see which one would be better in the future.
Yeah.
But that'll be something to be more play tested on.
So I know that you play 3 traps. Is there any sort of trap that you would think of that you'd be playing, or do you want to keep those to a minimum?
Honestly, I want to keep those to a minimum. Like I said, it's mainly like the biggest blowout cards. Tori, it's chainable. Solemn's always good to to back up your plays if you want to go off, if you want to negate anything that might hinder you in the long run. And I like Mirror Force better than Deep Prison because of Thought Ruler. Other cards that can pop it, but maybe take it out for a Trap Dust Shoot. But honestly, I thought these were the best cards to go into the tournament today.
All right, that sounds good. Can we see the extra deck now? Yeah, just move it. Don't worry about it. We can worry about that later.
For the extra deck, this is still a work in progress, but right now I have Alive Justice Catister, Iron Chain Dragon, Brio, Goyle Guardian. The MVP of the entire extra deck was Drill Warrior. Practically the whole point of this deck. Black Rose, Nitro Warrior, Ancient Fairy, Junk Archer, Red Dragon, Stardust. And then for the fusions, I go into obviously the 5-headed dragon.
Yeah, for your future fusion.
The Darkfire Dragon for the instant. And Chimera Tech is I side in the Cyber Dragons.
All right, really solid. So you played 2 Drill Warriors. Was there any specific reason why?
In testing, online testing and whatnot, I always found that it's really easy to go into 2. Obviously, you have 1 live, and if you kept recurring them and then just keep getting stuff back, like your, where is it, the Lone Fire, you can go into your Debris Dragon, and you can just spam Black Rose and just keep going into that. So it's a really good way to have them. And I mean, obviously, if they get rid of 1, you can go into the other one for a backup.
Yeah.
But in this tournament, I used it twice actually. I was able to go into 2 and then just keep cycling them.
All right, and what about the side deck?
The side deck.
Do you have any secret sauce for us?
A little bit. So the Nobleman, obviously the other big matchup that typically it's the grind. It's the Dandy Warrior for the Raikos, and I mean Lightstorms and other things like that. Triple Master Restrict for Monarchs. Same thing. Like if I were to go into another quick draw, typically you can side those out and keep them from doing that stuff. The MVP of my extra deck today, on my side deck today, was the DD Crows.
Yeah, that saved you in your last match.
Yeah, that's a really good card. And then the reason also why I played 3 traps is because I can also really quickly side into Roll Decrees, because I don't really mind, having traps or not using my traps, but there's some decks here that, Deep Prison, Mirror Force, Starlight Roads, stuff that will stop you from going off. So I mean, I thought that was a pretty good choice.
All right.
The Cyber Dragons for any Machina Ancient Gears. Consecrated Lights for Black Wings.
So I know you played the Consecrated Lights earlier against Murray. So would you consider that like a really good card at the moment, since you also played different decks, or would you change that for something else?
Honestly, I think for Black Wings is really good. You can also went back and forth between this and Chapel for the Blackwing matchup. But I feel like if you summon this and they typically don't have anything else, anything to out it practically, unless they set whatever they're gonna set and then Icarus, but it's gonna take longer. I feel it's a really good turn 1 to just go into it and you start building your hand and go for your push.
All right.
But it still needs a little bit more testing, but I liked it.
That's good. Good to hear.
And then a really good sauce is Nobleman of Extermination. Didn't really use it today, but that's another reason also why you only play 3 traps, because you can just hide him in, and then anything they practically have, like I said, Deep Prisons, Bottomless,
Roll
Oppression, you can just get rid of it, and it's a really good card. And then the last 2 others, 2 more Drago for Black Wings or any other dark heavy matchup. Didn't really go into them, but they're there just for extra protection.
All right, thank you very much for sharing, Irving. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I mean, I'm gonna keep playing. This is a really fun deck, really aggressive deck, and I mean, it went off against everything when I needed it, so let's give it a try.
All right, well, thank you very much. Hope you have a great night.
Thank you too.